Hello and welcome to another edition of Motor Capital. And this is a continuation of footage from late July, a Friday afternoon. And I'm looking at the old Tiger Stadium site. And there's the last remaining remnant of Tiger Stadium. The flagpole out there in center field. But looky here, new construction. God, sometimes things move at a snail's pace, but lo and behold, drove by this stretch of Michigan Avenue, and boy, oh boy, saw the structure there. So they're building. Be like a little league park or something to that effect. This is it's still the pedestrian walkway. There's my evil twin. But yeah, a little curly Q here. A lot of people parked on the other side and took this bridge across. That would be the North Corktown area where the casino is, and we see the hotel there. Traffic along I-75. It's kind of the rush hour here right now. From up on the pedestrian walkway, you get a better view of the construction site. There's a Mopop festival coming up. But yeah, I don't know what the seating capacity is. Starting to see a lot more bikes in action. McShane's, a local bar. Yeah, I just had to park and loop around and do the 360 because it's like, wowee, how nice. We had waited for years to see what they would do with the old site, and they got the steel up, little brickwork. All right, prevent theft in 3 easy steps there. Lock, take, keep. This is a neat triangular building, and just in a little bit, we'll see another triangular building. This one's got a truncated point. And a decorative street light. There's an antique shop here. Lost City of Gold. What's the name? Well, maybe that is the name, Lost City of Gold. They got some artwork going here. A dual street light. And certainly a historic district. A lot of concern when Tiger Stadium moved to Comerica Park that this area might fall on hard times. But urban planning and the like, it's moving along. They're reinventing themselves. Taking a peek inside. Yeah. Across the street, Bucharest. They seem to have the concept down. They have a few locations. Yeah, I don't know the final construction date. Here's some other people taking a peek. I said the flagpole was the last thing, but the entranceway gates here also remain from back in the day. I'm on Michigan Avenue taking a peek downtown. It's weird, though. They have a parking lane out here, and then the bike lane. Those are much more and more prevalent now, but you can park way away from the curb. So that's looking back westbound there. Yeah, this was, Plaza Gate. They had some fine eateries and places to purchase adult beverages out there, kind of like on a little concourse. A little exercise. All right, Detroit Police Athletic League. They got a late start. Coming spring of 2017, that's kind of when they broke ground. But final date, I'm not sure. There's the hashtag thing. I don't do that, but the young folk know how to. Her head's on a swivel. That's weird. I don't know. Okay, then the UFO factory. This was when it was still in operation. I went in and had a drink and checked it out, but then lo and behold, a few days later, or the following week, boom, concrete mixer did some damage. Here's some bumper stickers. Adults are dumb. Yeah, some clever. Oh, therapist. Horrible. Yeah, it's probably a party van or a van for the band kind of a thing. Here, bocce ball, and you have a choice there to make. You got all sorts of them, but Ottava Via, that's 8th Street, I guess. I was told in Italian. Yeah, there we go. There's the street sign. I love this house. It's not cookie cutter like my house. My neighbor and my next door neighbor have the same kind of house, but that's interesting there. DET.com, I'm going to get that duct tape up here. Got to cover up the SUB. I'm into the urban scene and urban planning. Okay, CPA building. This is a triangular building. And, music. I got to be careful now. When my show airs in Detroit, I got to upload it up onto YouTube, and then they pull it from there. Oh, there's my evil twin in action. But yeah, if you play kind of music, and I don't know if it's for more than 15 seconds or whatnot, but it flags it, copyright violation, blah, 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 artist, and I don't want to do none of that. I'm not profiting off their music. It's just background, but I'll have to be cognizant of that fact moving forward. So anytime I have any music, even if it's live music, it might knock it out if it's a recognizable song. I don't know how they figure that all out, but modern technology. Well, this building I've seen before, and such an attractive building, and in a prime spot now here on Michigan Avenue in the Corktown area. But it looked like someone had bought it, and they were making a go of it. And then I saw it boarded up again, and a sign for sale or lease. But then it looked like somebody was gutting it and hauling out debris, and then they stopped. So who knows what's happening with this place? But we'll get the lay of the land. This hospital looks, the Southwest Detroit Hospital, looks like they're demoing that. So I don't know what the future plans. Okay. Kick out the door. Okay, so here's the great view. I stop and do the steady shot here. Here is Sparky, much bigger than Ernie. I didn't know Sparky had that stature, but apparently dwarfed Ernie. But yeah. Okay, so looking north, there's the Fisher Building. Henry Ford Hospital. There's a bottle rocket. And the Lee Plaza. Wow, that's another abandoned building. Gutted. Okay, Roosevelt Park. And then you might recognize the building behind there. The old train station. And sporting new windows. So they've had a lot more offers, they say, for repurposing and reusing that building. I've always liked the idea that would have been a great site for a casino, then a hotel up top, and then you have rail access that could take you westbound to Chicago and eastbound under the Detroit River to Toronto. Now, wouldn't that be something? But nobody watches public access, so the word doesn't get out. But this is good practice for me. But yeah, look at the downtown area. And Detroit's starting to have a little shine, a little glow. All right, July 28th. So this was a Friday night. And if I had more energy, I would have gotten a view from up top. But this is not the first time I've been up here. Here you can see the 2 lanes in the middle, then a parking lane, and then the bike lane. And church off yonder. There's that 2 James, I think, distillery, keeping an eye on the focus. And that's what I keep trying to tell myself. I need to focus a little more. Keep my eye on the prize. Off yonder, you can't see the Detroit River, but you see Little Caesars Casino, their hotel. So that's Windsor. All right, we're going to close things back up and head back down. Employees of the month. All right, well, this is going to be a 3-part show. The first part here with the Corktown, I just got a few more minutes to wrap this up. The Mercury Bar. Now, Slows does a knock-up business, but Mercury Bar is a good overflow area, as are a few other restaurants nearby. All right, and then I'm going to go to Hot Glass Cold Beer, an event out here in West Dearborn. And then I'm going to do a Drinks by Design, which is something's held every second Thursday of every month, and they have a different venue. So if you can hang on for a full hour, it's an hour you'll never get back, but hopefully I can keep you amused or educated a little bit. Knowledge is power. This was an old bank, at least this part of it, and the drive-through section there. But yeah, it's a shame this building, it's in very poor condition inside, obviously, but I don't know if you can just kind of gut it and go from there. I'm not sure. There, I'm keeping an eye on the moon. We're going to have that solar eclipse, or by the time this airs, it's already over. But yeah, I'm into the moon kind of thing now. Okay, my brother-in-law's brother, they made this sculpture, a little glass on the top, a steel thing. I didn't know it at the time, but I guess within the last year, and they're calling this one Generations. They got the star thing going. I happen to be wearing my star hat, the Detroit Stars. We need more stars in Detroit, but I wear that hat and people will stop me, so they know what the story is about that, which is great. The Detroit Stars. If you need help, you got to Google that. Find out. Well, I'll tell you, it was the Negro League team, Detroit's branch, that performed, did the baseball thing before black people were allowed into the Major League Baseball league. Look at these concrete things here, a nice train rolling down the tracks. Yeah, I'd love to see this building transformed. I have no idea what the redevelopment cost would be on something like this. This is out of my league, but there are people that have that expertise, and as Detroit rebounds, real estate and the like is going up, rents are going up, this, that, and the other. This could be a hot commodity, especially if that train station does get repurposed. So now I'm at 14th in Michigan, and then, all right, a little further down, the Detroit Highwaymen have a watering hole club type thing. These ghost ads are great. They had to work around the brick a little bit there, but mail pouch tobacco. Treat yourself to the best. I don't know if they could put some lacquer over this and preserve these kind of things so they don't fade, but yeah, they really got in even to the warning, I guess, on the bottom, if that was, or the fine print there. Yep. You know what I'm going to have to do, though, is I'm going to have to fast forward this So I'm going to go to a blue... Okay, I'm going to fast forward this. Back in the day, if I had different chapters when I was making a DVD, those chapters, it would air the first chapter in playback, but then it would stop there. So if I ever made a chapter 2 or had a break in the action and restarted, it would read that as chapter 2, blah, 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 and it wouldn't play back properly in the system. But now everything's digital, so maybe I won't have to do this. But anyways, I'm fast forwarding. I'm going to stop it here in just a few minutes, so it's a good time to make a sandwich, use the facilities, whatever it is you need to do. But 1 minute, it's fast forwarding. Okay, press play now. All right, this is the second portion. There's my focus again. I was in a no parking area. Okay. Now I'm waiting for the trains. The Amtrak train is supposed to come by this way. And it won't be long. But yeah, storm clouds I'm thinking we're going to get a dousing. And we need the rain, but we just got like a little sprinkle. But this is an interesting vantage point here because you get the planes making their approach to Metro. You get trains. All I needed was a boat to complete the trifecta. Here we go. Train action as promised. This is the train from Pontiac going to Chicago. Well, this one's running on time, but basically at a few minutes later, the train from Chicago was supposed to pass through going eastbound to Dearborn and then on to Pontiac. I was hoping to catch that, but that train always runs late, or most of the time it runs late. You're lucky if it's on time. All right, we're going to do a little urban walk around, but of the Dearborn variety, and this is Gully Road, so on the east is Dearborn, but on the right is Dearborn Heights, and that's my neck of the woods. I live south of the tracks, but in the city of Dearborn Heights. This used to be Satellite Bowl. It's been repurposed into a Home Depot, although they tore it down and started all over again. But that's my local Home Depot. It's the closest one around, so they get my business. And then this McDonald's sometimes gets my business. So I'll walk around a little bit through this neighborhood. Here's a few of the businesses. This Gentleman's Club, wink, wink, if you know what that's all about. I was keeping an eye on the clouds. I was thinking it could be a major shower. Here in the back of this building was this contraption. I had to take a closer look. Quite colorful. But this might be LED supplies, or it might be part of this electrical company. There's a Mustang. But yeah, hot glass cold beer. This was an event they had. Mixing glasswork with drinking. Oh, what a concept. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just a little kid at heart. I just could watch planes all day, I think. And trains and boats, but no boats today. Now, it's supposed to come from that way back. I was waiting or listening, kind of walking around. I would have heard if there was something. I was patient, This is kind of a red light district over here. But yeah, I'm going to check this event out. We're going to take a peek inside. My sister and brother-in-law run this place, and they're having quite a lot of fun. They've had events. God, they almost have like one every month, but they're kind of a fixture in the west side of Dearborn. There's an artsy part in the east side of Dearborn, too, the repurposed City Hall. But here we go. We're going to watch some live glass blowing, although this is tape delayed. Jake's going to call the action here. That's my nephew. But let's listen and watch in here a little bit.
What's going on? Shout them out. We're all up here.
For your tasting glasses.
Okay.
They have a $35 cash value.
Okay.
And you can take that $35 and you can upgrade to any drinking vessel in the room over $49.
That more means is that you can make the cup exactly how you designed it. And what he's doing right now is he's going to blow it out. He set 22 ounces, and I'm sure he's going to make it 22 ounces, give or take it. Okay.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So what he's going to do is usually we'll all trip off and we got a couple glass and a clear tank. So if you're going down, these are our family.
Oh, here's some of the beers. They all have clever names. You just can't have a boring beer name. You have to make it like, yeah, you want it.
Then you're going to roll it out, the whole bucket's going to pop out the end. So you got to have an even layering to fall off center. It's impossible to make right now with those metal tools that Jason's blowing into it, and it's getting even all over. Grab at the end, we'll get enough close picture action. This is the perks of having a custom piece, folks. Taking photos of the B&B. He just decided that the lip of this mug is going to be. And that's a extra time here because he had to put that sweet Michigan animal on the side of the mug. It's blowing out real good. Sometimes you need 3 glass blowers, folks. It's about the same stage was fretted, so you see 2 feet go on for the price of here.
All right, you might see that M on there. The customer, the young lady right there, she's a Michigan fan, and so when she's cheering the team on, she wanted a mug with the M. So, and then they had another pair of glass blowers working out yonder. So there was a lot to see here. Customer and Chris were discussing the finer details of how the mug was going to come together, adding accents here and there. But we're just going to break it apart.
Breaks right off. So that's a great time for a round of applause, guys. That's a pretty difficult move. That's what I'm talking about. The color application to the top. That's a pretty cool visual of how juicy the glass is when you get it out of the furnace. Because we're not on a blowpipe anymore, we can blow in from the top from that tool. It's a thicker lip, so he's pulling it out, get it really thin, and then he's going to cut that off with the shears. It's the only time that you can cut glass.
Okay, they're almost through with this piece, but certainly I hope she enjoys that mug, cheering on a lot of Michigan victories. Boy, they're in a tough Big Ten East division. This year they got Ohio State and Penn State is doing better than Michigan. Michigan, they figure, might take third. Some more clever beer names there. Yeah, Ohio State, Penn State, and then Michigan. And then Michigan State, I think, out of the 7 teams in the East. But, yeah, Michigan's on the way up. But, boy, I think that'll be the team to root for this year. I don't hold out too much hope for the Lions, actually. I'm going with anywhere from 6-10 to maybe 8-8 on the best side. Different breweries were out here, and that was the idea, was to have a cool beverage on a hot night. There were some people from the Renaissance Festival. That started up. It has a run, I think, of 9 weeks. MichiganRenFest.com. Boy, they have a lot of fun out there. Open. Well, you had to speed read. I thought we were going to get some rain. Boy, do we need it, too. We've been down this year. Now, here I thought the Amtrak train coming back from Chicago. I'm going, okay, a little late, but like they say, better late than never. But apparently I must have missed it somehow, because this is a freight train. Oh, yeah, I love train action. I just needed a boat to complete it. Hey, White Devil. Thumper, Dreepa. Yeah, the names were quite clever. And these were real tasty meatball sandwiches. Love, health, possibility. And the food was good. I have to go to this restaurant, Matador. It's right where I live on Van Born. Oh, Margarita Mondays. That would be the time. And just a couple of more minutes, and I'm going to run out of tape, actually. But I kept going back for the refill. But plenty of glasses on display, certainly. And everybody likes have their favorite drinking glass. The industrial look. Yeah, this was, I think, a manufacturing place for airplane parts back in the day, but repurposed now. Yeah, look at all these names. They're funny. Okay, a little more demonstrations, and the fun thing was, you could get a custom mug. I think it was like $100 kind of a thing, but if you're gonna have a custom mug, to me it's like, let's see you make it. That would be half the fun, right? Other half using it. But yeah, certainly it videotapes well, and you can do that. People nowadays with their cell phone can do that, upload on Facebook and all that. Wow, it's the technology. It's amazing. Here, yeah, they're doing another mug.
And Chris Jenner, they're going to be talking to each other
Okay, there's going to be a little break in the action, no pun intended, while I change the tape here. I might, like I said, I might not have to do this anymore. So you might not have to deal with that blue screen, but okay. New tape is in, press play. I got so much, a backlog of video now. I'm hop, skipping, and jumping around, but this, they could make a rest area by this tire kind of a thing, a little tourist welcome center / rest area. Just pull in. I think they have enough land here. Have this would be a tourist attraction. People take a picture, they get their maps of downtown. A lot of people fly in from the airport. This is your approach to the city. Anyways, August 10th. This is the second Thursday of every month, and it's like almost year-round, but they have one, they take a break every now and then, but these Drinks by Design events are well done, super well done. They have a different venue every month, and these are design people. These are creative people, and I'm not, like, I didn't go to school for this kind of stuff, but, you know, hindsight's 2020. Yeah, I would redo my schooling over again if I could, but nonetheless, enough about my failures. But this is another thing that was just fascinating. I'm going, what do we got? Oh, I'm going to be stopping a ice cream truck. Here's my duct tape, 1,001 uses. That's the extra one. I covered up the sub. So now I'm definitely into the urban scene and urban planning. I'm going to focus kind of on that kind of thing, which probably will bore people to tears, but I know what people like. Sex sells, right? But this is public access, so I can't be doing that kind of stuff. I got to be careful. Even with the music I play now, I really have to be careful. So I don't know if I'm going to have to clean up my act or what. But this area on Grand River, how cool is this area? It's been like this for a while with all the colorful murals and artwork. Some might say graffiti, but this stuff's all approved. They're renovating, doing some, I thought it was part of the church, but I think it's a separate building. They were doing some roofing there. Here's the Grand River Avenue Post Office. So the church there on the left, yeah, and this, well, St. Leo Catholic Church, they have quite the famous priest there, or missionary, and New Steps. So I'm not sure what that's all about, but yeah, they're doing some work there, securing the roof. Water damage is not a good thing. Okay. I'm just getting the lay of the land here, but we're going to check out those interesting buildings. True Detroit North is what we're going to be seeing here, and it was like, okay. It almost has that look like when you go on a farm and the silos and some of the buildings have that kind of, I don't know, the curvature look. That's where I parked. Parking was at a premium. That guy's always watching. Okay, this one they had to curve around the sewer drain cover there. Creative space. Okay, well, we need to repurpose Grand River Avenue, definitely. A lot of focus or a lot of energy on Woodward Avenue as well. There should be. That's Main Street, Detroit. But Grand River Avenue, yeah, there's starting to be more and more projects along here. They give you a ticket. Actually, you can get a couple of free drinks out of the deal. I thought you'd have to pay for these things, but the drinks, yeah, they're free. They're part of the thing. Anyways, we're going to look at these buildings are homes. I wish I could have gotten a pamphlet or a brochure and so forth. Here's where you would redeem those tickets. And it's kind of like a gated community here. They got the fence kind of thing lined up. But this certainly is urban planning on a residential feel. And we'll check out the neighborhood back there in just a little bit. But they had a great crowd and a lot of interest, and I still kind of haven't figured this all out. I'm fascinated with those little artsy tubes sticking out there. But, okay, I'm going to use one of these. I got a Busch Light. Busch. Okay, your bike stand here, and then we're going to take a peek inside one. This they'd have to fix. All you have to do is put a piece of angle so the water doesn't drop down right on your walkway. But I actually took a seat here just for a spell, like they say, took a load off, to look in. So this place is furnished. I'm not sure if they were using this kind of like their office area. But some of these units, I guess there's 9 units. Some of them have been kind of rented or leased, and I think it's everything negotiable as far as how long you want to stay, blah, 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 how much you have to pay. Look at the tubing. And TrueNorthDetroit.com is the website. So this one, I don't know, they probably hooked, this one I think somebody was living in, and they just kind of opened it up for people to take a look. But it's kind of like a minimalist kind of thing. It's not like small houses per se. You have more space than that, but it basically allows you to focus on doing what you want to do and not accumulating things. You know, it's not like you have a garage or a basement where you can accumulate a lot of stuff. It's kind of like you have what you need and you basically go with that. And it's probably not so much maybe for families, but there was something interesting about this place. They won an architecture award in 2017. And I had their website up. I'm going to try to pull it up again and maybe read a little bit about it. But it is kind of fascinating here. I'm even checking out the electrical hookups. A lot of those nice blue tubes. But you kind of get a feel for how these things are kind of put together kind of thing. Let's see. Let me read a little bit from their website. But I suggest if you really want to know, go TrueNorthDetroit.com. It says there are 9 units in spacious and still neighborhood in Detroit. They opened apparently early in spring of 2017. If it wasn't for this event, I wouldn't have seen it or known about it. Okay, I'm up on the second level now. So you can have, a unit on the lower level and one upper. But this is well organized. They do a great job with this thing, and it's I mark my calendar every month, and they have the Detroit Design Festival, which is the marquee event, which will be in September. This one on the second level, somebody lives here, probably travels a lot here too, but they were nice enough, I guess, to showcase what they had going. So how you would live. But you got a little bit of a workspace. It's probably great for single people, but I'm sure you could fit in your girlfriend if need be. But it doesn't have to be long term or whatnot. But on their website, they do talk about how long you would need the space, and I guess it's negotiable as far as what your rent would be. That's all up for debate, so to speak. Here, just kind of looking at the the bathroom. I wish they had almost a spokesperson, complete with a toilet. Look at the ceiling. I like the construction aspect of a home to see, how it's built. And there was old school back there, but this is their gig. Look at this. And flowers. Okay, well, I'm going to read from their thing. They say, our project offers reasonable rents, sanctuary, inspired space, long-term leases available, short-term as well, summer or winter. A variety of units tailored to a handful of professional and creative palettes, plus your own personal laboratory, plus radiant in-floor heat, crisp running water, fresh air, plus insulated and secure spaces, plus landscaped outdoor gathering spaces, flower and vegetable gardens, fruit trees, Spartan exercise equipment. Oh, okay, here's the festival at the end of September. Here you go. Monthly open studio and networking event for Detroit's design community. And these are intelligent people and creative too and energetic. Yeah, wow. But this is the kind of stuff that's going to drive Detroit. Here, these people come to these events. They're great dancers. Yeah, I got to be careful with that music. 67, of course, this is 50 years, and they have a group, Detroit 67, 2 versions of the buttons. Yeah, I wish I could dance like that, but the doctor says I have 2 left feet, so no can do. And then a bike ride came through. Bike clubs are quite popular, but they came by and decided to take a look-see. And now I'll probably take the little neighborhood tour. Yeah, quite a group here. And those ride things, they go around the city different. The slow roll's the big one on Monday, but certainly there are other groups and the like. And going through Detroit, a lot of times you'll see these bike groups going through town, and good way to get exercise and also explore the hood. That's what I'm going to do now. Let's walk around a little. Let's see. Reading about True North Detroit, I might have a little time to get back there, but it says minimalism. That's what just enough to thrive, plus the quiet enjoyment of your space, craft, work, and life, plus you the opportunity to create the value, plus an environment that indulges your inclination towards self-improvement and community. And True North is the alternative. We provide space for self-stimulated people, period. True North is a project designed by Edwin Chan of EC3 and developed by Prince Concepts. Here was what I mentioned a little bit. True North was a winner of the 2017 Progressive Architecture Award given by the Architect magazine and was featured on the February 2017 cover of the same publication. But it's a neat little website, and they got all sorts of stuff. And off the bike group goes. I'm getting a view from up here on the tracks. This is quite an interesting intersection. Grand River and Warren and the train tracks. All right, a look to downtown, and they talk about this project. It's kind of clever. They talk about how many minutes it would take to get. I don't know if they had 3 minutes to downtown. What they have here? Oh, there's that guy in the sky watching. Boy, sometimes it's good to have somebody watching and keep you safe, and other times it's like, I don't want you watching. I want to go, like doing the detour. Ooh. Well, I'm trying to get, now I did my walk on the train tracks. Now I have to find myself to get back down to street level. And so I'm going to have to do some cross-country stuff, but you got to really watch your step. And this building from the backside, I wouldn't doubt if actually some people might call this home. So I didn't have my flashlights, so we'll save that for maybe another day. But there's art. Art is everywhere. I love even just the steel supports here for the rail lines. And, yeah, they gave precedence to the rail lines and built the road to go under. It's much easier for cars to go under than trains to go up little hills and so forth. All right, here, Paul Sullivan, 5,000 Grand River, but that's abandoned now. And this, I love this rocket ship kind of thing, late nights, but this is, unfortunately, they experienced a fire, Katoy, Michigan Avenue and 17th. The banner's still up. Hopefully they relocate. I never went inside there. I passed by it several times, but I heard it was all the rage. Great restaurant. All right, established 1849. These old bank buildings, they need to be repurposed. Golly, you know they're built like brick shit houses. And it's just like, okay, have your business on the lower level and retrofit and build up top and live up there or something. And, yeah, people are doing that kind of stuff. They're being creative, reimagining things. Everything doesn't have to be done as it was done in the past. You can come up with some clever ideas on your own. This is kind of a funny sign I'd never seen before, but obviously they want to discourage that type of activity. But yeah, here's a nice little curly cue. But yeah, this Air Grand River was really hit hard after the riots and stuff. They did have a lot of damage, and Grand River was forgotten. People started using the I-96, and traffic just left this area along with investment and so forth. But the artists kind of came back in, and I think they're drawing attention to this area, which long overdue, but like they say, better late than never. These guys are art in a living context. Those guys are really an impetus for getting things going. And then this is new. This opened up, I just believe, this year or maybe late last year. The Detroit Veterans Center. And I talked to a couple people, and they say they have rooms at night where, 4 people to a room or something like that. And so helping out the vets get their lives back together and all sorts of different programs. There are 5 branches of the military, so I didn't know how the Coast Guard fit in. Army there first, here's Navy, and we go to the Marine Corps, the Air Force, and for good measure, the Coast Guard. So I think the Coast Guard might just be protecting our coast. I don't know if they have overseas installments. I have to be somebody fill me in. They're the Bell Tire, and he's got a spray paint can in his hand. So this I like. Daily, follow along, liquor consumers. Apparently they didn't have enough because that store looks like it's no longer there. But yeah, Grand River, wow. The name in itself should invoke great thoughts and so forth, but it's a work in progress. But I think the start has already begun. Well, nature's kind of taken over, nice, but plenty of space right off of Grand River. Are you kidding me? And I think what's going to be nice is the millennials, they really don't give a hoot about the past. So they don't have all that baggage with that. And that's got the sparkles with that one. That's the bomb when you get sprinkles, I should say. Okay, this is advertising a company, Nut and Screw, or Get Screwed, or you can play with words a little bit. But here, welcome to the oldest screw and bolt place in Detroit. There are their hours, Monday through Friday. Yeah, you could get screwed there or bust a nut, or however that works. They're doing some resurfacing there on the asphalt. This is unreal. It used to be a police precinct for a while. I think it probably started out as a residential house, but I think lawyers inhabit the building now. And then, well, the brickwork is a little compromised here. Yeah, watch out for falling brick. There is actually a sign in Detroit that warns you about that, but yeah, look at all the green space. We will pray for better days, right? But, oh, bunny rabbit. Well, it's almost like camouflaged in there, but no. A whitetail? grccdetroit.com. I should check out that site. That's Grand River Community Corridor. Yeah, I'll have to figure that or look at it. Yeah, more green space, urban planning, what to do. Then the headquarters for the icicles. Well, no, this is a biker group there, and then, of course, a horse or a lady on a horse. How's this work? Of course, she's on a horse. But yeah, another look back at the veterans facility. A lot of people complained when they first picked that as a location. The people in the Woodbridge neighborhood said, hey, not in my backyard, not in my neighborhood. And nobody's ever opposed to have something in someone else's neighborhood, but there's a place for everything, and that's all what urban planning is. I was talking a lot last week about the Detroit waste incinerator. I don't think a waste incinerator in the center of a city's the prime location. And then people would say, I suggested Southwest Detroit, they already have issues there with pollution, so the smell would blend in with the other toxic smells. But, they don't deserve that either, per se. But do we need the waste incinerator? Can we go with the landfill? Maybe that's something we'll have to, we're creating way too much trash to begin with. It's good to see the recycling starting to take shape more and more, and people understanding, how they live can make a difference. But, that's more psychobabble. But, no, I'm going to do that urban planning thing quite a bit. But here, look at these people even if they get sleepy, they can fall asleep on the mattress, but they got a nice little property, and that's what's nice when you're in Detroit a lot. A lot of homes have been torn down, and some still need to be torn down, definitely. But when that kind of happens, is that you can have a house, and then you can have a couple empty lots on either side of you. You can build that, 4-car garage, or, have a special building to deal with your business, whatever that may entail or whatnot, and go with it. The possibilities are endless. Hey, they got a thingy up there. So I made it back to the neighborhood here, and wow, what a neat little addition. Yeah, creative people. You gotta love them. Back to the car. It's still there. Yay. All right, the River Inn Lounge. Little Mary's. And inside is Kim's Kitchen. And I stopped in here to check it out because I like the blues scene and the blues music. And they have Cash McCall on Friday nights. So live blues and no cover. So I'm thinking, I'll be back. That's what Arnold said, right? But look at their little logo here on the side. It's kind of neat. Harkens back maybe to a little older time. But yeah, Cash McCall and the Cash Money Band. Yeah, I've seen them perform too. I'll vouch for them. And they have a nice stage in there, but I haven't seen live music. Look at no cover. Haven't seen live music, though, in this place. I've been in this place a couple of times, but Al's Olympia Lounge used to be my great. Jeff would go, and the two of us, he loves the blues. We would go and see that. Folks, thanks for watching. Good night. Have a great weekend.